there was many of us, and you know this because I messaged you, that thought there was a very good piece of a very good ethical response from you this week when you made it very clear you didn't want to go on the platform. Many of us thought that was an impressive thing to do, because so much in politics these days we hear people they have a dilemma that they want to separate themselves from the opinions of various media groups, individuals, lobby groups, whatever, whilst still trying to court their vote. We'd be interested to know, and my audience here has a lot to do with reporting on that particular outlet, as to what the reason was. Obviously, you got doorstop. We actually played the call, so people know exactly what we're talking about, as to the rationale and reason behind why you don't want to have anything to do with the platform.
Yeah, well, I had quite a bit of feedback on that, actually. I mean, look, I think I've been on the platform, I know once, maybe twice, but not for a very, very long time. And I know Sean had basically dismissed Top as a bunch of Egypts and no hopers and no chance, whatever. So that's fine. And I don't listen to it. I don't really pay much attention to it. And so last week, I think after the Roy Morgan poll, 4% we got, I had messages from all kinds of people. But we had a big week. We were doing our party list and we were launching our campaign slogan. I had a lot on. And yes, had some messages from the platform. Oh, do you want to come on? No, didn't respond to them. And to be honest, I get messages all the time. I don't pick up the phone. And I don't get back, I didn't get back to you for like 3 or 4 days. I'm kind of busy.
So offended. Offended.
I'm busy kind of, campaigning.
Yeah, of course.
Down here in Ireland. Anyway, so on that Friday, so I was in Wellington. I had a bit of a cold. I'd taken some Codral or whatever the night before, and I was due to get up at 7:30, and I was filming at 8:30 at Parliament, launching our party list and our campaign slogan. And then I got this phone call at 7:20, and it was not on the normal number for the platform. So it was underhand stuff. It was a Wellington number, so I thought, oh god, it's to do with the filming. So I picked it up, and I was a bit groggy, right? So I'd had the antihistamine thing. I was a bit groggy, blah blah blah. And so yes, it would have sounded really bad. But anyway, I think I'm talking. It's like, Sean here from the platform. Yeah, Sean, blah blah blah. Just woke up. And for me, it's actually not even talking to Sean. I don't really care. I mean, it's neither here nor there. But the fact that he played that live without telling me was just really poor ethics. It was really bad, and it breaches broadcasting standards. We know that now. Doesn't have to comply. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to make a big deal about it. Anyway, I think at the end of the call, I sort of said, "Look, all right, Sean, I'll have a think about it." Then I got up and I went off to do my filming and all the rest of it. Busy day, busy weekend at Wellington. And then I was getting all this feedback from people going, oh, you don't want to talk to people on the platform, or you don't want to have votes or whatever, which obviously none of this, I didn't say any of that. Yes, I don't particularly like Sean, and didn't particularly have any interest in talking to him and all the rest of it. So it's a weird one, because at the same time, I don't want people to feel like I'm not willing to be, debated and do interviews with people. But the platform is not a place that I go on at all, and it's not a place that I engage with, and blah blah blah. But I just thought it was bad ethics at a very basic level. Now a lot of people say to me, "Oh, you shouldn't worry about that. Just get on there and do it." It's like, well, it was not cool at all.
So it sounds like what you're saying is primarily because of Sean and how he operates, you didn't want to go on. But if that is the case, what I was going to say today is, should a platform listener see you in this conversation, what would you like to say to his listeners? Because I'm sure you don't have a bone to pick with them. They're just citizens who are going to vote. What would you say to a platform listener should they see or hear this conversation with you about the upcoming election?
Well, we want to get into Parliament. We think we can play a really important part in the next Parliament. And, and you've given me a good grilling, and I'm, not bothered about answering questions about stuff. I just think the way that Sean approaches things is lacks basic ethics. It's not about talking to Sean or whatever. I don't particularly, I'm not particularly interested in his style or how he does stuff and all the rest of it. But if he wants to make a public apology for the way that he acted, then I'll go and do an interview with him.
Good luck with that. My mum used to say there'll be 2 moons in the sky and one in the backyard before that will happen, Raf.
Because what he did was poor, and then sort of kind of spread. I'm still getting things. Oh, you didn't want to be interviewed, whatever. Actually, what I said is no, Sean, I don't particularly want to go on the platform. Then I'll have a think about it, blah blah blah. But I'm kind of busy. I'll get back to you next week. And it's like, oh, you're playing this live. That's really poor. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
embarrassing,
And
actually.
it's not the first time he's done that. He has
I-
form in doing that.